Last week I released my first YouTube video ever and introduced you to our dream home property. This week I'm taking you inside to introduce you to our dream home home. So come on in for a little house tour. First impressions of this front hall is that it's very big, but not the most practical. I mean, you walk in the front door and then there's a sliding door right here, and the brick is back. More brick falling off of walls, honestly. This looks like it could be pulled off as well with a fireplace at your front door. Not the greatest closet space. I've actually already kind of modified this to make this a little bit more practical. Our first impression when we walked through this house was that there's just a lot of space in this house that's not used the best. What am I trying to say? Like, what should I say here?
The flow of the house just isn't quite there. Tons of floor space, but just not a great flow. They've got
Flow, yeah, dude.
flow.
The flow.
We live on the West Coast.
We got flow.
Gotta have good flow.
Yeah, I'm all stoked about the flow.
It's rad.
Rad. The flow of this house is actually one of the things that would probably be the biggest turnoff for a potential buyer. So it'll be challenging to figure out how to make this house feel like it's got great flow. Actually, and you need to be introduced because people haven't met you yet, and we are living here together.
Hello.
This is Matt. Oh.
Hi.
Matt's my fiance. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Matt, Kate's fiance.
You are handy, but not, I don't want to make it seem like you're not handy, but you haven't really renovated.
I don't know what I'm doing. You can say that. Actually, when I first met Kate, she said she was just buying this house and gonna renovate, and I was like, oh great, I can help you. I can swing a hammer. And then I found out who she is and what she does, and I was like, man, when I said that, she was probably thinking, I am not going to let this guy touch any of my tools.
I think you said I've got a couple tools that I could lend you.
I do. I have 3 tools. Really proud of that. And then I met her.
I opened my garage and you're like, whoa. This one's going to be interesting because we are living here with Griffin and you have a full-time job. Mm-hmm. My job is renovating this house and this space, but it's going to be slow. It's going to be uncomfortable. We've lived through a renovation together and survived it, but we also didn't have a child then.
Yeah.
So that's going to be very challenging.
Yeah.
Are you nervous about the renovation?
No. As soon as you said you wanted to buy this house and renovate it, I thought, no problem, you can do it. So I'm not nervous one bit.
No?
No. I know you know what you're doing. I trust you.
I mean, sometimes I don't trust me.
Yeah,
So
keep that to yourself. Don't tell me that.
we bought this house sight unseen, essentially.
Yeah.
No home inspection. So even I don't know what's coming at us.
Yeah, and some of the comments on the last video. Of course,
Yeah.
there's going to be...
There were several people that said that looks like a teardown.
Yeah.
And then one person said that it looks like a money pit, so I hope you have deep pockets.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get, and that's part of the fun of it.
And we did get the house for a good price, knowing that we would have to spend a lot of money on the renovation. So we have a healthy renovation budget.
Yeah.
We're not going into this thinking that we're not going to have to spend money.
Yeah.
Are you standing like that to show off your biceps?
Yeah, that's the only way I know how to stand.
What do I do with my hands?
do with my hands.
It does come more natural when you do this more often to just kind of stand there. I'm a huge hand talker too, though.
Yeah.
So, like, people are probably like, what is she doing with her hands? Front hall, then right off the front hall, foyer.
Foyer.
We've got this lovely.
Can't skip that.
You could just put a really great picture of Griffin there.
Yeah, true.
Our little baby boy.
Little angel.
I love that it's got 3
Yeah.
dedicated lights. with the columns.
So random.
The fact that we don't have a picture there, like we need something there.
Wasting it.
We should change it every week.
Yeah. See who gets to be there each week.
Yeah, a beautiful entryway into what is actually a great sized bathroom.
Yeah, this is a good one.
This is Griff's bathroom, his bathtub. Layout's not bad, good sized vanity. This is just a good sized space. Some things that are not the most practical, like the toilet placement. So everything kind of just needs a little bit of tweaking, but it's great that there's a nice big bathroom here with Griffin's bedroom right down the hall. Moving down the hall, the laundry room. And there has also been quite the event that has happened in this room already. I was doing laundry in the morning. I put the wash on and I came back to change over the wash to the dryer, and there were about 1,000 ants in here.
Flying ants.
10,000 flying ants everywhere in the windowsill. Like at first I thought they could be termites. I think we determined that they were some kind of ant because of the head and body. I'm getting chills even just like thinking about it. Matt came in, saved the day with a shop vac, vacuumed them all up, got some pretty intense ant poison, and they seem to be gone.
Yeah, I think so.
So now we can do our laundry without a huge pest infestation. Good sized laundry room, interesting shelves.
Yeah.
That
Slats.
makes, like, do you see that?
Uneven.
It makes things interesting to actually store. Another questionable choice. And, I mean, I don't iron anything. I don't think I've ironed something for years. But if I did, I would want a built-in ironing board.
That's cool.
That is cool. There could be something. This is the first time we...
Wow. That's surprising.
Oh,
Not 100 spiders.
look at that. Very practical. Built right into the wall. What's this? Is this for your iron?
You're talking to the wrong guy.
Oh! I was gonna say, could
Don't
you put...
pretend like you know.
I think I'm gonna get made fun of in the comments for not knowing.
Yeah, both of us.
I was gonna say you could put like your shirt.
I thought that, but
No, but
you
that's
wouldn't
what
want to
you would
iron
do
on
here,
that.
right?
Yeah,
Would you put your iron on here?
beats me.
I'm glad you don't know.
Somebody
either.
tell us in the comments, please.
Yeah. What?
we don't know.
What is that? But I
Excuse our
feel like
ignorance.
it's important.
Oh yeah, that's a must-have.
Yeah. I like this. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does anyone else have something like that built in?
I feel like it's a good idea.
Yeah, why not?
How often do you iron though?
Well,
Some people iron a lot.
now there's like wrinkle-free fabric. That's a tongue twister.
Wrinkle-free fabric.
Yeah.
Wrinkle-free Wrinkle-free fabric.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Easy.
think more people iron than we think, and we are just...
Lazy.
Would you put an ironing board like this into your like custom dream home laundry room?
Yeah, is that
so
a
you had the
must-have?
option. Is that a must-have?
Yeah.
If you had the space in the wall to do something custom like this, then like why not?
Yeah, good point.
Massive hot water tank. That looks interesting. Just exposed
Yeah,
electrical.
That's how it's supposed
Like you
to be.
do. Laundry sink. This space has all of the basics. We have a built-in central
Right.
vac that doesn't work.
Never used it.
I tried it. No,
Oh,
I
okay.
tried. It doesn't work.
I don't like them anyway.
Don't love central vac either. I don't think I would put a central
No.
vac into
That's
our dream home.
My parents have one, and they say that
It's
they
so
would not.
Yeah.
But I was reading a blog that someone said they're doing a build, and what are the must-haves? And there was a lot of people that said central vac. So another debate.
Really? Huh. I was like a for sure no.
No,
Because it's just so
same.
cumbersome to take out the hose. And
Yeah.
But I also did read that battery vacuums aren't like...
Nowhere near as
Powerful
powerful.
enough.
No way. Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, that's a good debate. I picture my dream laundry room with a door to the outdoors. So you could walk out and pin your clothes and have them dry outside. We have so much space on this property that I think that that's a potential that we could do that.
I lived in Europe, and hardly anyone has dryers.
Yeah, they just put their clothes outside to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very practical.
I mean, obviously, in the winter, probably not a great option because it's raining a lot of the
yeah,
time.
a lot of rain here over the winter, and tougher to do when you've got a big family. So I get the idea for the dryer, but you know,
But I would like the ability.
yeah,
to.
as much as possible.
I picture like it's a very like romanticized go and pin your laundry.
Always have some Italian music playing.
Yeah, exactly. Another great space. Lots of potential.
Yeah, that's the theme.
Last but not least, at the end of this hallway is Griffin's nursery, and he's actually asleep in there right now, which is why we're able to do this. So I'll show you that later. Griffin's room was a bit of a mess when we first moved in. There was a lot of furniture when we toured the house, so we couldn't actually see the room that well. But when we got to the house and it was empty, we realized that the carpet was in pretty rough shape. It smelled like cat pee, and it also was pretty moldy in the space as well. So I didn't want to have Griffin in there sleeping. There was one corner that was really bad and there was a lot of black mold. I just really didn't want Griffin in this space, so I'll go over this in another video, but I ended up ripping the carpet out and giving this room a very big deep clean before Griffin moved in here. It's gonna happen a lot. I think Taz wants to be a part of the video. I should pick him up and just carrying him around like
He's your height
Dr.
man.
Evil. Oh, come here. Let's go to the bedrooms. Lead the way, Taz. 2 bedrooms down this side of the house. One of the bedrooms is now my office, and then our bedroom, which will probably stay in the same location, looking out over the water. Obviously the view is spectacular, but I almost feel like the door needs to be bigger. Like, you need to take advantage of the view even more than we are already. But in terms of the actual space in here, it's a good amount of space for a bedroom. And I think in our plans, we're hoping to keep this bedroom in the same location. What do you think, Taz? Can you see him? Hey, buddy.
He wants to be a part of it.
There are 3 bedrooms at this end of the house, and all 3 of them had carpet. 2 of the bedrooms, you didn't want to use the bedrooms with the carpet the way that it is. We left the carpet in here. It wasn't as bad as the other 2 bedrooms, but eventually all of the flooring's going to be ripped out. You know, sometimes we talk about how if you leave something long enough, a trend comes back into fashion.
And clothes.
And clothes, yeah. So apparently these glass blocks are starting to become a thing again. We're already trendy. We're already ahead of the game. Fashion and home renovations. You wait long enough and it's going to come full circle. This is an interesting one.
Lets the light through.
It lets the light through.
Can't
Keeps it
see
private
anyone.
because this is our ensuite bathroom. Good sized tub. Haven't used it yet. Good sized bathroom. The layout is very interesting. It's a big space, but they don't capitalize on the space that's available. And it seems to be the theme of the house. The shower is, I mean, it works. We can shower.
Yeah.
Your own little cave to
My favorite
go
room.
to the bathroom. And honestly, I don't even close this door because it's a little claustrophobic in there. When you're sitting on the toilet, your knees are almost hitting the door. I like the idea of a water closet though. Like, I like the idea of the toilet having its own space. But I also don't want to feel like I'm caged in
Yeah,
when I'm in
move.
that space.
Yeah.
No, you need to be relaxed when you're You can tell too, things have settled because doors around here, they just get caught. So obviously things have shifted, and this is an interesting one too. Hi. So walk-in closet. This is actually bigger than our last closet. This works really well.
Yeah, it's nice.
There's just little things. Everything is livable. That's the thing. And that's why we're living in here until we do the main renovation. Now I think we should show them my favorite room in the house and the reason that I fell in love with the house.
And why I dislike it.
We have a difference in opinions.
Yeah.
Come this way and enter the octagon.
Dun, dun, dun.
When I saw the real estate listing and I saw this room, I think that's actually when I called over to you and I said, I think I found the one. And you had already seen the listing.
We've been looking back and forth on Oceanfront listings for like 2 years. So I actually saw this place and scrolled on by, swiped left on it.
Is left bad?
Yeah.
Right's good?
Don't you remember?
No.
And then Kate was like, oh, I think I found the one. And I ran over and I was like, oh, I saw that a couple of days ago.
And you saw this room and you were not wowed by it.
It just makes everything more difficult, having all these different angles rather than a square
And
or a
where
rectangle.
you see difficulty, I see unique character
Yeah.
and West Coast vibe with like the sunken living room and the circular fireplace and all of the big beams.
It's grown on me since you've been talking about it.
Yeah.
But I still don't love the center fireplace just because it takes the view from the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I don't love all the angles. Means you can't
It just
put
complicates
anything in the
things.
corner.
Yeah. Yeah, you get very sharp angles.
Yeah.
In certain areas. I like the sunken living room. It defines the space, and again, it's a lot of character. Not a lot of homes have sunken spaces. Some people don't like them because of stairs are impractical, and with a toddler, they are dangerous as well. But this space to me feels very cozy. Like you come down here, you grab a blanket, have the fire on, and I just love the vibe. Like it's a very West Coast vibe. It just needs a little help. And sunken living rooms are coming back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, your brother sent an article. Again, all of these things. You just wait long enough. And so really we don't have to renovate this house at all. It's fine.
Everything's coming back in style.
I feel like we've just walked around in a circle.
Yeah, we did. That's
We
what
did.
this thing forces you to
Yeah,
do.
it's kind of fun.
Chase Griffin and Taz.
Yeah. So half of this kitchen space is a dining area as well. You can see the weird angles here, and we kind of have a coffee nook stuffed into the corner, and then you've got this wall and angle here, and then the stove and microwave in the, like, what are we gonna name this thing?
The heart.
In the heart. In the heart of the home. At least they're using some of the space by incorporating the oven and the microwave
And the fireplace
into,
on
and
the
the
other
fireplace.
side. Yeah.
It's just huge. Like huge.
Yeah. It's a.
And then the brick on the outside of the house they decided to bring inside as well.
Yeah, it's got brick, stone, and wood.
Yeah, brick, stone, and wood. And have you ever noticed that there's brick on this side
Yeah.
and on
Same
this
spot.
side
Just on the other side of the microwave.
is stone? It's like they ran out of the brick.
Yeah.
We've got a couple extra bricks outside that we could use. It seems like we've been talking forever about the house and showing you so many spaces, but there is a whole other house,
The West Wing.
the west wing of the house that is very interesting, but we're not going to show you yet. You're going to have to tune in next week.
The cliffhanger.